make a video tonight. Tonight is it's Monday. Is it a Monday? Yeah, it's a Monday. And according to my diary, it's the 5th of October 2015. So I was going to make a video yesterday, which was a Sunday, but I never got around to it. And I want to make a video on Wednesdays and Sundays. But maybe I'll just make a video when I have the time. I have lots of time. I don't really do anything except read and write. So I've been reading, I'm still reading this book, The Highest State of Consciousness, edited by John White. Still reading that. And I've been reading this book I mentioned, The Complete Stories of C.G. Ballard. I've been reading this pretty steadily every day. It's about it, and still reading this book, The Love of God, Canonical Model, and writing in my diary. Tomorrow I start on page 800. 800. Page 800. I usually write about 1,000 pages a year. Sometimes I used to write 1,500, but the last couple of years I've been writing around 1,000 pages a year, which is pretty normal. Besides that, I bought some used books this week, but nothing really I want to mention. Haven't gone to any used book sales. I haven't gone to any thrift stores since my last video. Well, I went to a Goodwill and found some things, but nothing really interesting. Besides that, I was going to talk about spiritual books, or I thought about talking about all kinds of things, but I'm not really in the mood. So I thought I'd just get this video out, and maybe this coming Wednesday I'll be in the mood to make a video. I don't know what else to talk about. Oh, I did want to mention I am reading this. I was reading this book the other day on the Holy Trinity. In the beginning there was love, by an Eastern Orthodox theologian, Dimitrov Standalov. I was reading that. I really, well, I was reading this book on the highest states of consciousness, and one thing about this book, it doesn't bring out it kind of makes the idea that God is, well, they don't even talk about God, that what's really important is a higher state of consciousness. Well, as a Christian, what's really important is not having a high state of consciousness, or having cosmic consciousness, or having visionary experiences, or ultimate reality. As a Christian, it's not a state of consciousness, cosmic consciousness. What it is, it's a relationship with the triune God, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. That Christianity is not an experience or a vision. It's not reaching nirvana or any of those things. Christianity is a relationship, a personal relationship with the living God. It's knowing Jesus Christ, not just as an abstract thing in your head, but it's a relationship with it's having a relationship with Jesus Christ, and with Jesus Christ, through Jesus Christ, having a relationship with the Father. And the Holy Spirit makes that relationship with the Father and Son. He kind of it's just all together. So that's why I got this book out about the Holy Trinity. I got this book a long time ago, and I have other books by him. I think, yeah, I have this book by Dedroff Standroff on Orthodox Spirituality, a practical guide for the faithful and definitive manual for the scholar. It's one of my favorite books on Orthodox spirituality. I also was reading this a couple of days ago on Orthodox Psychotherapy, the Science of the Fathers, by Metropolitan Napakoth Horotheus. And I really like these books. I usually keep them by my desk because I read them all the time. So when you read a book like this, it's kind of a lot of bullshit, to be honest. But I really recommend books like this, Orthodox Spirituality. Also, what's really important is reading the Bible, reading the Holy Bible. When it comes to spirituality, you can read all kinds of books. You can read books like this. You can read books like this. But when it comes to what is Christian spirituality, you should go by the Bible. And that's what I do. I mean, I read Christian mystics. I read all kinds of spiritual writers. But when it comes to the Christian life, I go by the Bible, especially the Pauline epistles. And so that's kind of like what's on my mind. And that's about it. So I'll sign off and see you maybe Wednesday. I'll turn this thing off.